We're now joined by former City of Johannesburg Mayor Mpho Phalatse to also speak on the passing of Tito Mboweni. Dr. Phalatse, thank you so much for your time this hour on the program. So the former minister has been described as so many things. We've heard that he was a decisive leader. He was a leader par excellence. Let's hear from you. How will you remember the former minister?
I couldn't agree more. Firstly, a very good morning to you, to your viewers. What a very sad morning indeed to learn of the passing of what I consider to be a very young man, a man who was still full of life, still had a lot to offer. I personally started walking with him when I was still mayor. I had reached out to him to partner with me on my journey to fix the city, help me understand the national landscape, navigate and strategize to resolve local government challenges with the help of national government, and that's really where our walk together started. And through, he was a man of integrity. He was an honourable man. Very difficult for me to see these visuals, but wow, what an incredible patriot who loved his country. He also loved his party, the African National Congress, but he was a reasonable man. He didn't put politics ahead of what was good for the country, and that's why I could work well with him, even though I was not a member of the ANC.
And Dr. Phalatse, throughout the course of the morning, we've also heard some of the speakers come onto the platform, reflect on some of what we'd call his legacy policies and programs. Let's hear from you as to which of those policies and programs actually stand out for you.
Well, it's really the stuff that he shared that he was most proud of, and that he could make unpopular decisions, particularly as Minister of Finance. That he was frugal. He's frugal in his personal life, but he was also frugal in government. And I believe that made him a very good Minister of Finance. And he would joke about how some of the decisions he made then affect him now, but really in jest, saying he would still make those decisions again. So he was a selfless man. He didn't go into politics with selfish agendas. He really cared about what was best to take this country forward and put our economy on a positive growth trajectory.
And Dr. Phalatse, I want to hear from you right now, looking at, the crop of leaders that we have now. We just went into the government of national unity as well. Do you still think we still will have leaders that will emulate some of the values that the former minister stood for moving forward?
I stand here very sad because I had identified him as a mentor for myself, as somebody who still has plans to enter politics at a given point in my life. And I stand here wondering, who will take over from him. I do think that there is a scarcity of leadership of his caliber, and yeah, it's really, really a great loss. I do hope that we will self-reflect as leaders, as current leaders, future leaders, and that we will take a leaf out of his book. I do know that he was in the process of writing his biography. I do hope that it will be published. I wish he had done it sooner. There was no urgency on his part, but he really took the process very seriously, and he shared in great detail some of his own personal journey from the liberation struggle days up until now. And I hope that will be published and will be shared widely for us to be able to learn even more through those writings.
All right, former City of Johannesburg Mayor Dr. Mpho Phalatse joining us there. Thank you so much indeed for your insights this hour.